A divine supernatural revelation, was it necessary? Why didn't we just have natural religion? If God deigned to reveal, who are we to say otherwise? Hello, welcome to Apprentice on the True Religion. I am your host, Father John Okerolu. In the first episode, we discussed on religion, what religion means, and the different kinds of religion. Today, we are going to speak about revelation. What is revelation? Revelation, in its verbal sense, means a removal of the veil, and hence it means the manifestation of something that was previously hidden. Here, however, revelation means the manifestation of a truth, whether that truth could or could not be known from other sources. If, for example, a man communicates his thoughts, he is revealing what was hidden. His words draw aside a curtain, and his thought stands revealed. That which he reveals, however, may be known to me already, independently of his revelation. If God communicates a truth to man, this revelation is called divine, and it is direct or indirect, according as God Himself speaks directly to us or commissions a messenger to deliver His truth to man. Like we saw last time, revelation is natural in form when some truth is communicated through nature, that is the visible creation. Conscience reveals God, for it lauds what is right and condemns what is wrong, urges to good actions and reprobates evil, and from this ever-speaking voice, which we did not put in ourselves, and yet must heed, we can conclude to the existence of a divine lawgiver and judge. The silver ticking of a watch tells not only time, but also of a watchmaker who deliberately designed the mechanism for that purpose, and the voice of conscience argues to the existence of a purposeful legislator deliberately designing man for a definite end. This manifestation of God from conscience is also a natural form of revelation. Revelation is supernatural in form when truths are communicated to man not through creation, but in a higher and extraordinary way, as when, for example, God speaks directly to man or indirectly through His commissioned representatives. Let's pause for a minute. Some might ask, how do you know God revealed? Why should it be said that God cannot reveal? Is it because He does not know the truths to be revealed? That would surely contradict His infinite wisdom. Or is it because God has no means of making known the truths He knows? That would contradict His infinite power. Or is it because He cannot wish to manifest those truths? But the only thing that God cannot wish is the thing that would be repugnant to His attributes, His wisdom, His holiness. A divine supernatural revelation, was it necessary? Why didn't we just have natural religion? If God deigned to reveal, who are we to say otherwise? The reasons are twofold. A thing can be necessary in two ways, morally and absolutely. A thing is morally necessary if without it we should have great difficulty in attaining a purpose, or if we do succeed in our endeavors, the purpose is attained only imperfectly. For instance, some kind of pen or pencil is necessary for writing, and yet we might manage to write with our fingernails, but only with great difficulty and much imperfection. A thing is absolutely necessary if it cannot be dispensed with at all. Example, we could never perceive color if we had no eyes. A divine supernatural revelation was morally necessary if man was to gain a suitable knowledge even of the truths of natural religion. It was not absolutely necessary, for without it, man could gain some knowledge of God, but a moderately developed knowledge will be obtained only with the greatest difficulty and then very imperfectly. For according to St. Thomas Aquinas, only a few would gain a suitable knowledge of God, and even the learned few would acquire their knowledge late in life when it would be of the least use to themselves. And the findings of these few old scholars would not be unmixed with errors. And when these errors were discovered, doubts might be easily cast on their other conclusions. Cardinal Mazzella, speaking on the looseness and perverseness of pagan teaching, says that the greatest philosophers of antiquity, like Socrates, Plato, Cicero, laughed at the gods while publicly worshipping them. Socrates derided the Delphic oracle, which bade the gods to be worshipped, and when near death, he smilingly asked his friends to sacrifice the bird he had vowed to Aesculapius. Seneca said that to sacrifice the bird, that all the vulgar tribe of gods gathered together by superstition should be adored simply that men might be reminded of ancient customs rather than that this worship really meant anything. On the immortality of the soul, Cicero has at the most a probability amounting at times to a good guess. If so much of what they found was error, what assurance would they have that the rest of their findings was not error? They had only their unaided reason to guide them to the natural truths. This is our supposition. And where so much is error and so much is truth, and all is mixed together, even these learned old scholars would be tempted to slip easily into the philosophical attitude of so many of the ancient thinkers, a dull, uninterested, and fatalistic skepticism. The history of man proves the moral necessity of a supernatural religion, for it is a universally accepted fact that no people, savage or civilized, once they corrupted or rejected or otherwise deprived themselves of revelation, ever gave to God a worship that was worthy of Him, or ever escaped the vilest and grossest errors in their codes of living. The Greeks and Romans were cultured, prominent in arts and sciences and philosophy, and yet, at the same time, they held sadly erroneous and often debasing concepts on questions of natural religion. From the above arguments, we conclude that without a supernatural religion, a sufficient knowledge of the natural truths of natural religion is extremely difficult, that is, morally impossible, and therefore a divine supernatural revelation of the natural truths of natural religion was morally necessary. A divine supernatural revelation was absolutely necessary if man was destined to a supernatural end. By a supernatural end, we mean an end which is not due to man's nature. It is something beyond and above it, surpassing its needs and its capacities. Man, from his constant yearning for complete happiness, reasons naturally that God alone, the supreme good, can satisfy him, but no amount of unaided reason will ever tell man that this supreme happiness will consist in the immediate contemplation of God. If then this is to be man's end, and if he is to reach it rationally, that is, like a man, by using his reason and will, then he must know it, for he wills only what he knows, and he adopts means to an end only when he first knows the end. Hence, in the supposition that man is destined to a supernatural happiness, which he must obtain by rational free actions, a divine supernatural revelation was necessary. In the next episode, we'll see the possibility of recognizing a true revelation. May God bless you.